So I've got another group of books here. It's ready for a CBCS submission, and a box came today, which, believe me, is not what you think it's going to be, but I'll show you anyway. If you're curious, stick around. Welcome back, family. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. Yeah, like I said, I got a box that came in today, and this is not comic books. But if you look at my sign, it actually, what is the second list thing that's listed there as far as buy sell? It is Funkos. So I don't know if any of you guys are into Funkos. If not, you're probably fast forwarding right about now. But the show that I did the other day, somebody came in and they asked for something, and I didn't have it, and I felt really bad. So I found a small little lot, so this way I can supply to the customers what they're asking for. And these were actually pretty good because they're all in the protectors too, and I didn't expect this. I thought they were just going to be Funkos, but they're Funkos in the protectors. And what are they? They're all Dragon Ball Z. So I've got Goku number 527. Ta-da. I have Trunks. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z, so I don't know who these people are. 107. I have Majin Buu. Kind of looks like one of those dumplings from Disney. Bulma. Android 18. And Gohan in the training outfit. Again, none of these are the limited ones. They're all just standard issue Funkos. I don't think any of them are retired. But somebody was asking me if I had any Dragon Ball Z, and I felt bad that I said no. So at least now I can put some up on the shelf. I got them at a really great price, so I'll be able to offer them at great prices to people. So if somebody comes in and they want to see what I got, well, there you go. You want a couple of Dragon Ball Z? Here you go. So now I'm going to get into the, I believe it's 17. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 book submission. I'm sending to CBCS. And lately I've been trying to send only 10 book submissions and sending them more often, but I accumulated some a little faster than expected, so I'm just going to send off all 17 and see what we get. So let's run through these books that we have, and what I'm going to tell you what's wrong with them, what I'm expecting as a grade. Okay? For this next segment, of course, though, will be brought to you by Fresca Soda. Just in case you can't decide whether you want seltzer or grapefruit juice, choose Fresca. And be confused. It's really what it is. It's grapefruit soda. I like it. So, first one on the list is going to be the Sweet Tooth number 1. Now, I bought this one as a set of 1 through 5 a couple of months ago. And this bottom corner, I've tried pressing a couple times. It's not a pressable defect. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it up there so you can see it or not. It's changing the angle. Probably. That's this. Okay, so change it. You can actually just start to see it there. It looks like the corner of the book got folded. And it's not pressable. Everything else actually looks decent. And I've had corners that have been damaged like that before. So I have an idea. I'm probably going to get an 8 to an 8.5 on it. But still, it's Sweet Tooth number 1. It's not an easy book to come by. And I figured I'll give it a shot. I have Wolverine 2, 3, and 4 from the Miller series. I already have number 1 out, being graded. That was one of the books that I sent in January that they're still working on. But going through here, I've got number 2. I'll call it an 8.5. Number 3. This is actually not terrible. It's got a couple of ticks in the spine, but no color breaking. It's really tough with this border. A 9.0. And number 4, this might be the best of the book. I'll call that a 9.2. I was really hoping for a 9.6 on number 1. That's why I sent that off. But as long as we're talking about Wolverine, I do have actually 2 copies of Wolverine number 1. I have one in the press right now, and this one still is yet to be pressed, so I don't want to mix it up. The one that I already had, it's going to be an 8.5, off-white pages. The one that I have in the press, 9.2. Again, not fantastic grades, but with the way that this book is, I just want to get them slabbed, and I think it would make it a little easier to move them when the time comes. I have a Darth Vader #1. This is in beautiful, beautiful condition. I think that this has a chance to 9.6 and or whatever. I'm just afraid to say that number. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll double check it again. These are the two books I still have yet to press, and I'll be sending out the submission probably today's Monday, Wednesday. So the rest of these books have already been pressed, and just because I have to, I've got my Stray Dogs, both copies of #1, and still have the price stickers on the back from when I got them new off the shelf. I had actually pre-ordered that one, and I saw that on the shelf. I said, hey, let me get a copy of cover B2, just in case. I'm glad I did. So yes, those are going to be going in for grading. They went straight from the Diamond book to the bag and board. So they're as good as I could possibly get. I have 3 copies of First Appearance of Bishop, X-Men #282. He actually had 4. I passed on the other one. It looked good, but it's just the centering of it. And it's not just the grade, but how well it presents. And these 3, the centering is very, very good. 9.4 to 9.6 on all 3 of these. I think that we already have seen the first appearance of Mr. Sinister and Jubilee, Skyrocket. I think that Bishop is your next one from that time period that's going to go up. I was able to secure 2 copies of Venom, Sinner Takes All #3, The Bride of Venom, and both of these are in 9.6-ish grade. Thank you. 2 copies of Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man Unlimited #1, first appearance of Shriek. Again, in that wonderful grade that we don't want to talk about. And a copy of the Dark Horse Predator #1. I believe, yeah, this is their first printing. And it, boy, this is tough. There's no color breaks on it, but just there's something about it that makes you say it's not mint. Okay, it might be the coloration of it. It could be the way that the centering of it. Staples look good. The edges look good. The spine looks good. Be on the safe side, I'm going to say a 9294, and I'd be happy to get that. So those are going to be my 17 books that I sent out, and let's see what we get, or more importantly, when we get it. An update on all the books that I have. My 2 submissions, my modern submissions that they received February 8th are still received. I did get the bill from CCS for the cleaning of them, but I haven't seen them change their status to schedule for grading. I still have one other submission that I sent in. This one I did send in for the cleaning and grading back in February. I believe they received it in March. This has got 3 books in it. These are actually 3 books that were in the first lot that I sent into CBCS that they didn't get right. That they I paid for cleaning and pressing, and they said I didn't, and then refunded me the money. So again, both companies kind of mess up. Okay, every company is going to make their mistakes, and we'll send to the company that seems to be making the least amount of mistakes at this time. Okay, a lot of people think that I'm anti-CGC. I'm not. I am not. I would just like to see 2 choices, 2 equal choices, and whichever one is doing better at that time should get the majority of the business, and it will force both companies to take that extra step forward to get their game up. Okay, I was watching a video recently released. It was somebody that had sent in the Amazing Fantasy 15 facsimile, Action Comics facsimile 15, and Superman #1 facsimile. Did I say Action Comics 15? Duh. You know what I meant. Those 3 facsimiles, and got them back, 9.8s and 9.9s, but all the labels were jumbled. So the Action Comics comic said Amazing Fantasy 15 on the top. and they were all mixed up. And he sent them back in, had to wait a month and a half for them to fix it. They sent it back to him, and now they all show correct. But he noticed that the grade wasn't what it said online. So he typed in the verification number for, say, Amazing Fantasy 15, and it came up with the Action Comics. So his serial number was still wrong. So the whole thing is messed up. So he's like, I have to drive back to London and resubmit them again and wait another month and a half until they square this away on these books that, overall now he's already in for 7 months between the original submission and the correction. Now he's got to correct it again. And again, it's neither comedy is perfect. CBCS makes their mistakes as well. But what we're trying to do is, like I said, if both companies are going to make mistakes, which one makes less, and which right now seems to be CBCS, their lead times are better and their prices are better. The only thing that is unfair is that a 9.8 in CBCS sells for less than a 9.8 in CGC. If we can prove that the grading is equivalent, then why should that be? I would love it if CBCS raised their price. Fine, to exactly the same as CGC. And they were respected just as much. So a 9.8 in either company sold for exactly the same price. Okay, and then it's whichever company has a better lead time and has less reported defects. Just let them step up their game and compete on a quality, and customer service level. Well, that's just me. I'm not trying to put either one of them out of business. I want them both to step up their game. We're the ones that pay them. We should be, their biggest priority. And lately, honestly, it doesn't feel like we are to CGC. I think that's the aggravation, is we just don't feel like CGC, they think that we need them more than they need us. And I don't think that's right. We're the ones that are sending books to them and paying them for a service. So, anyway, that was my rant. I got my books ready. I've got my pops ready so I can set them up on a shelf, and hopefully when I do the next show, which is going to be an outdoor show in Taylorsville in conjunction with a car show, an antique car show. So I'm hoping for a lot more people, and I'm hoping for people that decide, I feel like buying a comic book today. Maybe I'll actually have some new books back at that point that I can put up on the shelf. So anyway, I'm going to cut this short now, as if I should have done that already. And thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, though, we still haven't reached 500 yet. I still want to get there. So 500 subscribers, you're going to see the little video link here. So make sure you are a subscriber to the channel. You watch the 500 subscriber video. You click like. You leave a comment. Keep it clean. And if not, I'll delete it. I'm sorry. And when I hit 500, I will pull a winner and give away this Venom Annual #1 signed by Cates and Stegman in a 9.8 white page. I'm looking forward to giving it to somebody. But until such time, though, as always, I'm out.